What's up, everyone, and welcome to another fine episode of Shotgun Toy Reviews.
Woo-hoo!
2 idiots, 1 camera, and a review. I'm one of your hosts, Wilson. The other guy is...
The Berg.
And today we are reviewing the biggest toy we've ever reviewed on this show before, and it is what, Mr. Berg?
The Neca quarter scale Predator. I believe it is the second edition because this one has the magical light up feature.
It also doesn't have this fucking hand. You can tell by this box, we don't care about boxes. We play with big ass toys. Look at this big ass toy. It's so big. Look at it. Oh, yeah. So, let's get right into it. He is highly detailed in his sculpt and paint. I'll just start off by that. He visually looks great. There's a lot of detailing, and like his netting is actually...
Yeah, he's wearing real fishnet.
Real fishnet. The bones and everything look great. His gun and everything looks really good. It's got all the little alien signs and whatever in it. I even like this little blast mark.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like
Battle damage.
Battle damage, sure. And
technical term.
Sure, yeah. And all this stuff here on the blades and everything. Just fantastic looking. And the skin paint, really good.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
He looks great. Like, and all this stuff, like, I like it. It's very movable, so it never gets to the point where it gets in the way. Like, you can definitely move it about, and it doesn't restrict the movement
You can
that he does have.
see every little wrinkle and line in his entire body.
Definitely. There are a couple problems, like, I don't know, down here that paint has totally come off of his knee and that joint. You know, not a huge deal. It's in the knee, but still.
I think he has a great paint job.
He does. The paint job and detailing is just phenomenal. That's one of the highlight of the toy. Like, all this stuff, there's just so much little detail. Like, all this stuff in here. Like, if you take the time to really study it and look, it's pretty incredible.
You know, I have a Hot Toys Predator,
Uh-huh.
and this guy's paint is on par with those guys.
Really?
Yeah. Not as good, but nearly as good.
Yeah.
Like, the washes on his armor are a little in places. But, I mean, they're there, so it really helps. But, like, yeah, the I don't know what, the speckles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at his ribs and his abs, he's got every little wrinkle and really awesome.
Are you talking about me or the toy? Yeah, he's got wrinkles too.
So yeah, it's really amazing for this scale, the paintwork they did apply to it. Bravo to NECA. It takes their normal size guys' quality, or paint quality, and to make it fit for this, yeah, it's great.
So, we'll go on to articulation.
Alright.
Let's do it.
So, he's got a joint here, a swivel ball joint here, so you can get his gun going in any direction. He's got a ball jointed head that, much like every Predator, is somewhat restricted by his dreadlocks, but he can look down and up and side to side pretty good. He's got ball jointed shoulders that are a little bit restricted by his shoulder pad up here, but not much. He's got Hasbro elbows. Elbows, yeah, where he doesn't have a bicep swivel, but the elbow swivels. Does not have a swivel at the gauntlet like some of the smaller guys does, and he has a ball joint, or a peg and joint ball joint in his wrist, so there's a little bit of movement there. The blades come in and out as you would expect. He's got a swivel waist,
Which was insanely tight.
Yes.
When we first broke him out of the package, to the point where it was like, I couldn't do it, you had to do it. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah. Magic. And this panel opens up like every good Predator should. And he's got the V crotch, which I haven't seen on a toy in, I don't know. We'll get into that. He's got thigh swivels, cut thigh swivels. And he's got the same elbow joints in the knees where you can bend him and twist him at the knees. And then he's got ball jointed ankles. So fairly posable for a figure this size. Not a lot of, range in some of the joints especially compared to the smaller ones.
That's pathetic. It's pathetic. We'll go into it later, but it's pathetic. His accessories. Well, first you get an alternate hand.
So you can have a fist
For this,
a blade hand.
because these blades do come out.
Yeah, they go.
Boom, big, long, and that's pretty cool. I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
That looks really neat. And actually, I didn't even know that happened until Berg pulled them out and showed me. So, shows how smart I am. But hey, I bought the toy. So, and the big feature of this new version is the LED effects, which light up just like that.
It looks great.
It does look great, and the batteries come pre-installed and everything. Awesome.
Yeah, you just have to pull the tab out and press the button.
Absolutely. And then up here, his little target, his sight lights up. And mine, it's flickering right now because the battery compartment inside is all messed up.
His mask can come off,
Yeah.
but there's not a face under there. There's just the joint and the battery placement.
Yeah, I had to take this off to get the battery to work correctly because the tab, something's up about it. And the lights are awesome. I'm not going to lie. They're awesome.
No, they're
they look
fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
But in lieu of that, as you can see on the, bring the box back out that we don't care about. There are some other hands, though, that came on the first version.
We think.
I'm pretty sure. But they're putting it on the box. And I saw that and kind of flipped out. I'm like, why don't I get that hand? Like, why?
Because you paid $20 for the light up feature.
I want that fucking hand.
Well, then you should have bought the other one.
I don't. Why can't they give me both? Why do I have to sacrifice one for the other? That doesn't make any sense.
Because this is a different release. It totally makes sense.
It doesn't.
If you've been buying toys for the last 40 years, it totally does.
I haven't been buying toys for the last 40 years.
It's something to learn. Then first releases and second releases are almost never the same.
But don't you think that I should get...
Nope.
Okay.
All right, let's do some size comparisons just to show you the scale of this massive thing.
Yeah.
I believe he's supposed to be 18 inches or thereabouts.
Quarter scale, I don't even know what that means.
He's about 18 inches tall.
Okay.
So, who would you like to show off first?
We'll start off with Masterpiece Star Saber, one of the tallest Transformers in my collection. That's not a combiner. So we can't remember how tall he is. We're guessing he's around 14 inches.
Yeah, he is dwarfed.
Yeah. So
It's huge. So there you go. And, because he's awesome, here's Mastermind Creations' Six Shot, who is also a pretty big Transformer, and he is dwarfed.
yes. We'll just actually, you know what? Let's just put Star Saber in here. That gives you an idea of how big Six Shot is next to Star Saber.
Old Man Han, who is just once again.
I would watch that sitcom.
Once again, this is fine playing for Wilson, but
Oh hell yeah!
yeah,
Oh my god! On my shelf, I would have this guy if he had an articulated hand holding this old ready to shoot him in the face.
wow,
It would make my day. Next to an incredibly better Predator toy. Get to the chopper Predator. And finally, next to my middle finger.
wow.
All right, final thoughts. Would you like to start?
Sure, I would love to start. I'm gonna give him two hammers because as phenomenal as the paint and sculpt is, he has fucking a V crotch, which is just I don't understand it. I realize this was one of their first quarter scale figures a long time ago, but why? It's just you can't pose them. It looks good standing there, but as soon as you start to move him, it looks ridiculous. The thigh swivel cuts are just abysmal. They look awful. And what articulation he does have, it's not very useful, and his joints are very, very loose. And for a figure this tall, you'd rather have tighter joints. He does have great paint. He does have a really good sculpt, but yeah, as a toy, he's not very fun to play with. No. And the fact that we were both terrified of breaking joints to get them to move is, not good. But the fact that, he's gonna fall. I can't imagine him not falling at some point. If you need a Predator figure, get the small guys.
I totally agree. 2 is what I'm going to give them. I'm to the point where I just want to keep dropping the score the more I look at them. This is the biggest toy I own. Again, that's not like a combiner.
You own Metroplex.
No, true. Okay, I take that back. This is the second biggest toy that I own. That's not like a Transformer. This was my first dive into quarter scale. I wanted to see what all the big fuss was about these giant kind of toys. And I saw this Predator, and I saw some pictures of it, and I thought he looked f***ing cool. And so I decided, I don't know. I didn't do my research. I totally regret it. It was a waste of money. This is like what I would expect to buy at Toys R Us next to the Star Wars giant toys. Almost.
No, this is 1,000 times better than those pieces.
I understand that, but movement wise,
this is a decently articulated McFarlane toy from 15 years ago.
I had thought it was going to be cool articulation. Now, again, I like the lights and everything, but then I also got them out. This thigh joint was stuck so bad. I tried it. Another guy tried it to get it loose, and you finally had to be the one to get it loose. The waist was stuck tight. So I don't know. It's pathetic. These guys are tons better. I have more fun. I got this guy tonight too. Tons better. Only like $24, right? This guy. And I found out I could have gotten this guy cheaper. I'm not even going to say how much I spent on this guy. So that makes it even worse.
Was it over $100?
It was over $100. And I did not get my money's worth. It's disappointing. This is a shelf toy. That's all this guy is made for, is to stand on a shelf. I don't want a shelf toy. I was really looking forward to him. And man, was he a fucking letdown. Now, I don't get the point of big toys now. I'm off. I'm done. If it's not a giant combiner transformer or something, I'm not buying it. Fuck you. I don't care if it's a giant old Han Solo.
You didn't even buy a small Han Solo.
Yeah, I know, exactly. No, but I'm just... No.
What if it was a quarter-scale Dr. Bond?
Oof. I'd have to, out of principle.
You dumb.
That's been it for this episode. Follow us at Shonkanot Toys. Let us know what you think. Do you have this one? Do you have the original? Do you like it? That's fine if you do. Like, subscribe, comment below. Visit our Facebook page.
Follow him at Scabs.
Follow him at Raggy Foe Smasher. And until then, really just save your money. Go buy the whole wave.
Go buy 4 of these guys.
Go buy 4 of these guys, or the whole wave and the aliens and everything. Just please don't support this. Just goodbye.